Hi, I'm Molly from Wild Olive, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to join shapes for English paper piecing using 3 different methods. They all produce pretty much the same thing, it's just a matter of finding which one works for you and sticking with it through the entire project. Now, when I do English paper piecing, I like to use hand quilting thread, and usually in a medium neutral tone, kind of like this. It helps blend the pieces together, especially when they're 2 different colors. For this first method, I'm going to show you how to do whip stitch, which is a very basic sewing stitch. And the first stitch went through, it started with a knot, and then it's going from the right to the left side, and that's because I'm right-handed. You could switch this if you're left-handed, but each stitch goes from right to left in this one, and with every stitch, it's just going through and catching 1 or 2 threads of the woven fabric. And those tiny stitches are going to hold your pieces together and keep them pretty hidden. And you just repeat that same stitch across the whole seam. Now, a second method that you can do is basically running stitch. In this sample, I have the thread doubled, and I started out by going through from right to left, and now I'm going and reversing and going left to right, and again just catching 1 or 2 threads of the fabric. Try to get that knot out of the way. And this method makes the pieces just a little bit tighter when they open up that seam, but now I'm alternating and going from the right to the left, and that little tail gets in the way sometimes, but now we're going to go back, working from left to right. And while you do this, you can hold it whatever way works most comfortably for you and even change it from time to time. But again, you're working back and forth from side to side, and it's going to look like a running stitch on the edge of your pieces. All right, one last method. This one is called ladder stitch. Again, we're holding 2 pieces together and starting on one side. This time, instead of going through both pieces at the same time, you take a small stitch through the edge on one piece. Just a tiny stitch. Pull that through, and then take another stitch on the other side, right across from that last stitch where you came out through the fabric. And it's right on the edge of your basted shape. Then go back to the opposite side, take a small stitch. It only needs to go through just a few threads of the fabric, although with this one you could take your stitches just a little bit longer if you want. But the more stitches that you take, the more secure your pieces will be, and if you're making a quilt or even a small project, that really can help. So back and forth from side to side. Boy, sometimes that gets caught there. All right. Again, on one side, then the other, then back to the other side, and the other, back and forth. You won't even see those stitches in your finished seam. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos coming soon.